end, after refusing to take these instructions and reduce whatever you're consuming, your dietitian is still going to put you on a diet. Eventually, when you get diagnosed of type 2 diabetes or hypertension, you're still going to be given a meal plan. The foods you think you're going to enjoy for the entire part of your life, your cards, your cakes, your sweets, the cotton candy, your chocolate that you really cannot leave, that you're always craving whenever that happens, you're still going to place on a diet. You're still going to have to avoid consuming this food because you need to be alive, because of your health. So why not just make the right choice and then live a long, healthy life? Because I don't think anybody enjoys taking drugs. I don't think anybody wants to live a life swallowing drugs till forever. I don't personally, so I don't think you should. I really don't think you should aspire for that kind of life. And even if you are diabetic, it's still not a problem. You just have to stick to what the dietitian tells you. If you need a meal plan or you don't know exactly what to consume with whatever condition you have, you can always click on the link below or comment and I'll be here to help you. I'm ready to draw a meal plan for you for whatever you're trying to stay healthy, you're trying to prevent the occurrence of type 2 diabetes, or you're already diabetic and you know exactly what to consume. I could easily draw a meal plan for you to follow, depending on your budget, depending on your city, your state, because when it comes to food, someone in Canada may not eat the same thing as someone in Nigeria, or not the same as someone in the UK. Matter of fact, down to even Nigeria, someone in the South do not have access to the same ingredients or food items or foodstuffs as someone in the north. So depending on your location, your preference, your budget, a meal plan can be made for you to suit your medical condition, to suit your preference, to suit whatever it is you're watching out for. Hypertension, diabetes, obesity, whatever it is you're looking out for. We're here to help. Okay? So like I said, prevention, consumption of whole foods, consumption of balanced meals. Your balances. Like I said before, a lot of persons are like, oh, balanced diets. We're way past that. We don't need to be bothered about balanced diets anymore. You get, we're not kids now, please. It's not like I'm gonna have kwashoko. Kwashoko is for children. The one you're going to have is the senior brother of kwashoko. Is kwashoko that went to Harvard University and graduated with the first class. That's what you're going to be dealing with, for real, for real. So like I said before, overnutrition, undernutrition has its effects on us, on our health in general. So really, really just have to make the right decisions considering what we're eating, what we're not meant to eat, what we're meant to consume in small amounts, and what we can consume in large amounts. And then mindful portions and irregular movements. Yes, you have to move around. Don't be in one position. Try to exercise, work out. The gym is a great option. Okay, go to the gym, take some steps. You don't have time to go to the gym. Do your chores around the house. As a matter of fact, something I do often. I try to dance every day. I just put on music for an hour, and I do atilogo. Yes, I dance. Do you know how difficult it is to do antelope? Like your back, you will sweat because I don't like going out. I personally just prefer to stay at home unless I'm going to work. Anything outside of work, I better just stay home. I don't want to be exposed to anybody. Nobody should talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. So if you're an introvert like me, you can do my style. Just stay at home, do your chores, and dance, and you'll be fine. So last but not the least, fatty liver disease. This is not so popular, but it is still popular. Okay, so it's mostly diagnosed with people from 40, 45 above, and mostly with people who consume a lot of alcohol. So this leads to death of the liver, liver cirrhosis, or liver necrosis. So it's something that we really should watch out for, something we should really look out for and try our very best to pretend. So it is often silent. You don't when it comes to fatty liver, you don't experience any symptom. You don't sneeze, you don't cough, you don't experience any form of dizziness. At least with diabetes, you can even experience some symptoms. There's uh excessive thirst. You get so thirsty, you're always peeing, you're always hungry, or you just start sweating so much. There are just some symptoms that just make you, really, really be like, okay, this is not how I am normally. I need to go get myself checked. But with fatty liver, there is no symptom because your liver is just regenerating itself and trying its best to just we can make it, we can survive, we can do this. We're the liver, we're meant to deaminate process and remove toxins from this body. So we're gonna make it. So it's usually when it's at the final late stage that you can now see symptoms. So we should try our best to try to prevent that from occurring ever. Because if anything happens to your liver is just like kidney that you have two. Liver is just one set together. It can regenerate, but if it starts getting fatty, the chances of it regenerating is very slim, very, very slim. So the diet causes, like I said, high sugar intake. You're consuming too much sugar, too much carbs, either in your food or in your drinks or in your snacks, whatever. Excess refined carbs, taking too much carbs. You see, it's not like carbs are the enemy. No, food is not the enemy. Our body needs energy. Our body needs food. We need to eat and be healthy. You literally cannot do anything if you don't have glucose in your system, because carbohydrates are broken down to give you energy. That is what your entire body works and runs on, carbs. So it is the excessive consumption that is the problem. And you know the worst part, carbs, majority of carbs are very sweet, they're so enjoyable, they're so nice, and they're just everywhere. Yet everybody would rather eat, I'd rather, you know, eat a piece of cake than chew broccoli. Have you eaten broccoli before? I have. It is not sweet. I do not like broccoli. Another one I dislike is pumpkin leaves. Oh, like my family members literally laugh at me because of how I try to avoid eating pumpkins as much as I can, but I still cannot. I just have to eat it because I know how healthy and how rich they are. It tastes, sometimes you're eating your veggies and you feel like a goat. You're eating grass. I honestly feel like a goat because I'm eating grass, but it's healthy. That's why goats are healthy. Do you see goats? When a goat come and tell you that it has malaria, but I don't think goats have malaria anyway. Anyway, that's on the funny side. But on the more serious note, you should consume less carbs, especially the refined and the processed ones. Consume them less. The veggies, they don't really taste good. You could try sauteing your vegetables, like stir fry them a little bit with a little bit of seasoning cubes. It helps make them taste better, and then combine them with your carbs. Okay, so preventive foods, like I said, your fiber rich meals. I've been repeating in every of these diseases. I keep on mentioning your fiber rich meals. I'm giving examples. Unprocessed rice, your beans, your lentils, your wheat, your corn, basically your plant sources of food that are not processed, like the corn you buy by the roadside, that's fiber rich. Okay, your pear has your avocado pear has soluble fiber. Ube has soluble fiber. Fiber. Every plant source has fiber. Your fruits and veggies they have fiber, soluble fiber. Just consume them and you'll be on the pathway to healthy life. Yes. So reduce sugar and then your balanced carbohydrate intake. Like I said, combine your carbs with your protein together. Okay, they're very good. So you don't have any protein, energy, malnutrition. Combine them together. They work together to make your body as healthy as possible. And you know how important your proteins are. Your body, your cells, your tissues, your organs, they repair themselves with the proteins that you make up, that you consume. The amino acids, they come together, they arrange to form your DNA, your RNA, your cells, your everything. It's your proteins that makes up your entire body. Your carbs provide energy, and your proteins make up all your cells and your tissues and your organs. So, point is that the summary of it all is that these diseases don't develop overnight, and they come little by little from the dietary choices that we make, from what we eat. From today, I'm just going to eat a bowl of rice with stew and just sleep, or and then tomorrow I'm just going to drink a bottle of Coke, and next tomorrow I'm just going to take Pepsi and all that. So it's step by step by step. So prevention also doesn't happen overnight. It takes conscious decision and conscious effort. So every balanced meal you eat reduces your long-term risk. So food is not just fuel, it is information for your body. It is telling your body the right thing to do, what to do. It is giving it a map that this is how you should be. So my wish is for everybody to be as healthy as possible. Okay, let us take money from these pharma companies. Okay, they should stop consuming our money from drugs. Let us make them go bankrupt by eating healthy. Okay, so this is the end of my video. Subscribe and join me as we learn to eat today to avoid illness tomorrow. My name is Sophia Oji. I'm your preventive health nutritionist, and I'm here to help you live a beautiful, wonderful, healthy life. Thank you. Bye.